Ночные внешние миры. Да. Надо сходить, отдать. По квесту отдать штучку, потом сходить и включить все, что надо. Но
Good work. I'll take those. There's a more than a few, less than a hive. Nothing you can't handle. We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs inside. They got into the radiators, and here we are.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship.
I'm
Что такое?
No cases.
The controls are in the back of the machinery stack area.
Nice one.
Чё какая-то... Чисто. Жуженица. Жук осень.
Good news?
Это...
Song tells me the security mechanicals booted up and killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news. Diagnostic says their circuit boards are used from the heat, so they're not too picky about who they kill next. Sneak past if you can. Shoot back.
Processing.
I can always fix it
Sweeping
later.
the area.
That's gotta hurt.
No time for that. I'll make my way there. I'm going.
Sure, on my way.
Угу.
Security mark reacquired.
Кто-то летает.
This beginning to...
Your skills are unrivaled.
Нормально.
On my way.
Угу.
That's the terminal. I have the parts in position on the...
Фобия падали с высоты, когда он находится слишком высоко. Высоко.
Fine. Go ahead and cycle the droplet pumps. And if you don't know what that means, just look for a command that says cycle droplet pumps.
Что-то я потерял.
Интересно, знаешь что?
М,
Вот я столько времени трачу. То, что мне его жалко. Интересно. Как выглядит?
Наверное. Ну что сосовывать из головы-то лучше, по-моему.
Ну, я имею в виду сексовывать.
I had a
Можно.
question about your plan, Mr. Vicker.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds. Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life or death decisions on a shoestring budget. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just a dab hand with a wrench. Nothing special. Not like a chief engineer.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just someone who knows how a ship ought to feel. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around this labyrinth of ducts and panels, we could work something out. Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Gaying, kept it together during the crossing and until she died. I was promoted only recently, when my mom died. Then I took the leap from chief engineer to captain.
They must have been amazing people to have taught you all you know, I mean, which is a lot.
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer. It was different knowing that I couldn't turn to anyone who could answer the tough questions for me. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is family. It's got tinkerings and bypasses that only Tennysons know about. I hope that was a joke, Captain. I really do. I gelded that thing years ago. Now it brews a stim that goes down stronger than Nan or Spank. Family recipe. You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? I didn't think so. The next captain won't have my heritage. I'll have to foster that talent from somewhere. It's only a question of when. You've got my...
И штрафы к точности во время передвижения позволяют пополнить шкалу тактического замедления времени, когда вы убиваете врага. Увеличить урон носимым научным оружием, повышает скорость передвижения тактического времени, исправить тактическое время, наносит больше урона по уязвимому месту. Еще дистанцию, которая начинаешь обеспечить интерактивные объекты. Имеете возможность оружия, что они брать там больше ходов, чем должен. Физически. Менее одно из напарников. Менее напарник. 15% видимо здоровья устанавливается при убийстве. Я с расходом полный скорость подъемности, напарник, навыку общения. Думаю, вот это лут полезный.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Ну такой купить.
Remember Auntie Cleo? Because she remembers.
Одно.
You aiming to send a message? If so... Me? No. But our relaying capabilities? We're going offline in 3, 2, 1.5... No. Wait. Our primary relay station's soon to be occluded by a gas giant. Happens every 40 years or thereabouts. The event's forecasted to last for months.
And that's our problem.
We've got backup auxiliary relays, but the one currently in orbital range went offline some months ago.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I finally got the chief to... But allocating the personnel loss for sending a technical team to the relay station keeps... I should say no, but why not? Maybe you can figure out why it's offline. I'll send you with an equipment manual. Hopefully we'll get lucky, or I'll get my approval in time.
Hope you don't mind if I borrow that manual when you're done with it, Captain. I could do with some leisure reading.
Oh, and I'll need you to retrieve a copy of the relay's backup data. I gotta forward any messages from Earth stored in the memory. It's not like they're in high demand. Most tend to be adverts on new products, meaning only folks in Byzantium. I'm sure the station's got a stack of junk messages just...
Пропуск куда угодно. Чтобы усвоить остальных колонистов, старших кибернаций, говорите Складис, охрана первопроходцев, корабль арестован по распоряжению коллеги. Пошли.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Oh, you're
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
You'd think the board and its agents would be more content, sitting at the top of the system's food chain as they are.
Ну-ка, куда заходить все вместе?
This is Halcyon News.
А,
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you
сейчас сначала схожу. Посплю, попью. Так, это что? Абсорбент токсинов. Окей. Гази чай. Аккумулятор для носа, критический урон. Бальзам для кожи. Уровень адреналина. Рано. Обед. Но нет. Просто жуй. Добавить к хламу. Перчинки. Установление умения напарника. Тоже к хламу в жопу. Никопад. Пиво. Соус. Базовое здоровье. Ляпка. Гриб. Дыхание истины. Установление умения напарника. Та же херня. Стимулирует стиль рассеян. Скорость передвижения. Скорость атаки в ближнем бою. Отвес. Пассивность собственного почечника. Скорость перезарядки. Тактическое управление времени. Крем для укрепления кожи. Еще один. Адренотайм. Наркотики. Бактериальный крем. Бодрящая мазь. Ага. Рэй. Скорость перезарядки тактического времени. Концентрация удобной упаковки. Окей. Вердинирамовый эликсир. Тоже кожа. Йод. Сок. Ароматизатор, ствольное состояние кислорода. И сварщик. Техника прониза. Брез. Ладно. Здрасте, фуру.
Hello. Junlei called up. Now is the a better selection.
Так. Медицина. Ну, доступ ограничен. Окей. Продать. Не хочу. Вернусь на корабль.
Rizzo's not done.
Пересплю немного.
You all right, Mr. Vicker? Need us to slow down?
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My knee is just acting up.
There's no shame in being older, Mr. Vicker. Don't worry. The captain and I'll take care of it.
I need neither your advice nor your pity, young lady.
Hey there, Captain. Most places are on the promenade. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. You need anything? Be seeing you.
Мне же только вылет запретили. Правильно.
Hey there, you mind stepping back? This charming little ship's been impounded and I'm afraid I'd surely love to, but that's just not my bailiwick. You'll want to have yourself.
Так. Есть некоторые затруднения.
Hey, be careful with those crates, huh?
Так, как мне сохраниться? Сохранение в 7 часов 16 минут. Много изменилось это время. Надо куда-то спуститься.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of
И 16. А мы спустимся. Поднимемся. Пить. 7:38 на сохранение. Все отлично. Можно идти разговаривать с этим липком. Блин, поспать надо. А, где я посплю здесь?
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Ho. Has something happened to my... I impounded Alex's ship, not yours. Well, I guess it's yours now if you're captaining it. It's a game we play, he and I. I ask him to turn in Phineas Wells. He tells me he will soon. I impound his ship. He explains why he can't give me the info right now. I ask him to turn in Wells. Around and around we go. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? That's... well, that's just terrible news. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional. It's personal business, I don't intend to be. It's... Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's fine, really. It's... Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself out. Be my...
Кажется, здесь стало не так мучительно жарко.
Oh, goodness, it was dreadful. I was sweating. Chief Tennyson certainly did take her time
Мне казалось, проблем с перегревом повышения.
Gracious, no. I can't imagine what gave you that idea. I only facilitated deplorable conduct. My superiors will be here.
She did everything she could. It was your people's fault, not Junlei.
My, aren't you? Excited. Oh, sweetie. I don't owe a grease-stained wrench jockey like her the time of day. Let alone my... I'm sorry, my temper got away from me. Please accept my sincerest apologies to you and your friend.
Oh, I'm not used to folks saying sorry. It's not all right exactly, but I appreciate the apology.
Нормальная тема.
Well, now that... A luxury stateroom reserved for... To serve at our most esteemed chairman's behest is an honor. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must...
I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. I'm there. Sometimes I take a break from sending messages to fluff the chairman's pillow on the off chance he visits.
Good law! Who'd want to go to that top? Oh, you've noticed my friends. They're here to keep the peace. Precisely. Groundbreaker makes much ado about its independent status and so resents any board present. When the alternative is board guards at their gates, yes, I do. They don't see it that way.
Пока он мне ничего плохого не сделал. Теперь нам надо поговорить с женщиной какой-то. Бы хотел еще купить новую броню. О, здравствуйте.
Salvage is a family business. We gotta turn it back.
Oh, neat! They got stuff in here I ain't seen in ages.
Now, this should prove interesting, to say the least.
Got any leads on salvage? It doesn't even have to be broke yet. We'll take anything.
По наемники. Хочу ничего использовать. Так. Естественно, ничего интересного. Ничего не засветилось. Ладно, это посмотрели. Инженеринг. А, ну, там мы были. Что продаешь?
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor? We also have a line of specialized melee weapons.
На броня 19. Это все такое. Это шлем. Легкое оружие, медицина. Большой. А, кстати, смотрю, что у него там. А у них уровень длительных звуковых эффектов общения из научного оружия. Это такое еще. Снижаем его привлекательность врагов.
Все мои волки делают.
Её. Так, я не посмотрел в итоге его броню. Сколько? 11. М4. Малый.
Welcome.
Так, шлем. Малый. 6. Это на легкое оружие. Малый 12, 19. Я хочу один. Вот этот один, вот этот. Одну. Эту броню. Так, ты одеваешь у нас большое и большое одет. И одеваешь вот этот шлем, получается. Подожди, а у меня что? Малый. Пугивание. Слушай, дай-ка мне его. Хотя... И будет. И 19 броня. Кайф этот в синеньком, это в желтеньком, тяжелая, легкий. Легкая. У меня тоже, соответственно. Да? И да. Так, тут мы были, инженеринг мы были. Эти колбаи были. Вот спуш. Это. Теперь можно закрыть снова?
Do with their waste? I guess they just chuck it down here. Where's Hako?
Присики. Ну, просто раньше...
How about I stay up top? You know, keep watch. Okay?
Серьезно, там останешься? Ира. Ну, травка. Наверное. Фрэнки узнал про какой-то лом неподалеку, один из старых ангаров оказался замурован, то нашли. Лилия сказала, что как только разберемся с меньшим делом, можем его застолбить, послать эти же разведывать. Лилия вела все там поосторожно, думаю, что это занятие следят другим странам, как обычно. Окей. Удачливого грузчика, то есть все-таки решил спуститься. Ладно. Пойдем проверим, что там. Опа. Просто. Угу. Давай сюда сначала.
Hello? Is someone there? Help! I'm locked in here. Can you get me out?
Тут, да?
You're fast.
Thank you, stranger. Shit, ain't that a relief?
Это явно Нет, это не мозг. Это вряд ли мозг. Ну, здрасте.
You have no idea how good the air on Groundbreaker smells until you've been trapped in a tiny bathroom. Thanks again. Time stood still. I was shit. That means I haven't clocked out in days. Song is gonna have my... What usually happens on this partially pressurized rust... Well, actually two things broke. First, the damn toilet overflowed. You're gonna shake me down after I was trapped in a That all? Of course. Everyone on the ship's gonna hear about this.
Иду проверю. Страх высоты, окей. Ага. Ага. Да? Если вы упадете. Ну, вроде двое идут. Так.
Bruce with us. Coming over to you.
Что тут происходит еще? Вера говорит, что канализация тема. Последняя надежда опять барахлит. Глянь, где у них обычно засор. Спать хочу жизнь. Так. О, нет. Ключ, карта бара. Да. 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 Энергия. Вода. Пиво не. Вода. Или глушитель, картридж. Надо все рассортировать в этот эти капитана. Трип чай. Не нравится мне название. Моделька, дробовик, кончики. Ай. Оф. Никого. Инженер точки чистит. Норм тема. Пока, подожди. Заняться важными делами. Просто не go. Ну, пойду. Все-таки поспать.
You see we had a conveyor pull in?
В итоге
Hey, you got a second?
тут твои вещи вижу. Ну надо.
Hey, we don't know each other yet, but I'm Felix Millstone. I was in the middle of a little discussion with the local authorities when you passed me by. I noticed your ship in port. Got to thinking you might be looking for some crew, so I wandered by, just to take a closer look. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me. Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired.
Скажи, чем
You're
пригодишься.
serious, you're giving me a shot. All right. Hang on. I put together a little speech, just in case you asked. Hey there. I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you should hire me to join the crew of your ship and/or outlaw gang. Firstly, I am highly personable, and I get along well with anyone who is not of the jackass persuasion.
Sorry. He's funny.
Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of a firefight, standoff, and/or raid. My motto is, if you need a steady gun hand, I'm your man. That motto is it's a work in progress. Additionally, I have several years of experience as a box hauler. This skill may come in handy if you need a body dragged away or a door held open while escaping enemy fire. In conclusion, thank you for considering me for your ship crew and/or outlaw gang. I look forward to our adventures together.
I thought that was real good, Felix.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. What do you think? Am I in? Sure, an interview. That sounds fair. I mean, first time for everything, right? It's delicious. Mock apple pie and a tripicale crust, maybe with a little cream on top. Classic.
В чем самый большой
Foreman
недостаток?
told me my biggest problem was that I didn't take orders. I told him my problem is not with authority, it's with jackasses. So yeah, I guess my biggest flaw is that I don't suffer idiots. Hope that's not a deal breaker.
С оружием как?
Are you kidding? I love a good fight. One time, I took an autoloader's head clean off its servos with one swing of a tossball stick. You can count on me in a scrap, boss. That's a promise.
Он без работы.
I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation. Wow. You don't know how long... Thanks, boss.
Really? We're picking up strays now?
Look at that. A real vicar. I'm sure we'll get along like a church on fire.
Да. Пираты. Гранатомет. Я бы то.
Hail, Captain. Your return time is within 14% of the expected value.
Ну, здорово.
Can I? So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages. I got him here on my... She sent me a poem. When she wrote her... I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems are all symbolic and such, right? It's not so good. But real sweet. Oh, law. That's what's got me spooked. I don't rightly know. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on it. And the trouble goes away. It sings. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real romantic poem. Made my chest hurt, kinda. I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastways, not like other folks seem to be. It's not that I can't, I just don't care for it. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they said I was cold.
В числе самых теплых людей, что мы встречались, к черту
Thanks,
критиков.
Captain. That makes me feel a touch better. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. But I'm gonna change that. Right now. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Talking about old friends, got to thinking... Isabel? Who's Isabel? They were close, Captain. Like, more than friends close. I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? 10 years? Last week? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? Get some drinks at that bar there? The Lost Hope?
Если хочешь, выпьем.
Thanks, Captain.
Так. Либо на викарий. Викарий одевает свои... отдай маску.
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
Здорово, Сэм. Уже... Так, ты.
I could spend hours reflecting on the secret... So... I have run headlong into too many... What about you? And how did... Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. That seems a dangerous proposition. Oh.
Бам-бам, в твоем поиске. Не в команде. Ладно, потом поговорим.
I don't know if you watched the big finale, but you know that slick-looking spacer from All My Colonists? They got her playing the Queen of the Marauders.
Do you think maybe I could borrow that sometime?
Это пошел. Опа. Пошел куда-то. Куда пошла? Да, куда-то. Без жалости, пока я пришел. ты идешь? Он пока...
Just to warn you, we may have a bedbug infestation. I am investigating non-toxic extermination measures. Non-toxic to you, I mean.
Так, давай тогда сначала починимся. И тут мутил.
Good to see you, boss. Didn't I tell you? I'm secretly the chairman's orphan child, abandoned at birth in the back bays. That's right. Can't get anything. Honestly, before you picked me up, I was living in the back bays. Spent my whole life up there, watching ships roll in and take off. Always wondered when my ship would come. I was what folks on the Groundbreaker call a stowaway. Means I was invisible. Life carried on for everybody else, but not for me. I had to make my own way. Stowaways ain't free. We were just as trapped as anybody else. We didn't belong in the system, but we still had... Imagine spending your whole life looking out at the stars, and knowing you could never... Hauling boxes was about the only work I could find. Hated every second of it. Could be I was overreacting. A better man might have turned the other cheek. Exercised a little bit of that, what's the word? But on the other hand, broadsiding the jackass with a tossball stick, that felt good. Oh, I can do civilized. Proper civilized, too. Genuflecting. I caught a real lucky break. If you hadn't picked me up, I'd still be back. Yeah. I guess my ship did arrive in the end. Thanks for listening.
Угу. Твою душу. Опять?
Something busted, Captain?
Ладно. Пора забрать. Дробовик, молоток, это пресс, пистолет. Броня 9. 15. 15. 4. Так, линейка. Можем себе позволить. 5 тоже. Пускай будет. Я модифицировать. Так, еще вот с этой штуки строим. Макшок. Магазин занятий порожен электрический. Мощь. Магазин занятий порожен плазменный. Вместительность магазина. Пусть будет гидроприцел. Так. Пистолет. Опа. Ок. Так, это моя броня. Можно заводская бронированная пластина. Укрепленный. Минуса. Минуса. Минус. Все минус. Два минус 5 минус 5 минус 5 минус 5 минус 5 минус 5. От собрания повышает навыки лидерства и общения. Почему минус меньше? 5. Давай, Херли. Понятно. После активации тактического замедления времени немного повышает скорость передвижения. Оглушает врагов на пашном раз в ближнем бою. Когда слишком много здоровья, эта модификация дает вам временную невидимость и недолго повышает скорость регенерации эффекта из перезарядка. Это будет... Не знаю, ставить сюда что-то нет. Что получше. Так, это... О, я же ставил. Пробел, нет. О, 190. Триста. 7, 100, 180, 300. Так, гранатомет. Епуш. Епуш. Броня моя. 200 пускай будет. Точки нет. 180 будет. 90 будет. Угу. Так, окей. Все разобрали, да? Да. Пошли в каюту.
Make yourself at home, Captain.
Уже большую часть хлама. А как? Одну. Нет, шприц. Нет. Берем. Не весит ничего. Он весит, его продадим. Так, окей. Какая лежит? Там 34. Ладно.
I think I'll initiate
Пошли, викарий. Эликс.
an unscheduled.
Вот такие. Давай вот. Синенький. Погнали по...
Hey, that pad down.
Поговорим, напарника. Ребят, ничего не делают. И
So, how's this work? Do we get a table? Stand in a corner?
Tossball finals are scheduled to air soon, but a scandal has rocked the league and thrown this pivotal game into
A new face.
Сейлор Бойла, монархия, на продажу. Бывает торговцы, что интересное
Only the
слышал.
usual. Marauders all over space. You ever wonder how folk who can't... Nothing unique.
Вода есть. Ничего себе, шипучка тоже пойдет. Как нам занять столик?
Need directions? Try an engineer. Groundbreaker's a bit of a maze.
Так, Парвати.
Okay, so... Oh, and don't worry on the price. I got this.
Уверен, что хочешь попробовать. Кажется, ты
Oh,
нервничаешь.
no, that's on account of my not being able to sleep lately. Makes my hands all twitchy, you know? I've just been lying awake, thinking about what Junlei said, and feeling my heart shake.
Для новинку начнем с вина.
What's fruit and such, right? Okay, wine it is. Bottoms up.
I'm no expert on wine, but ain't you supposed to drink that stuff with your little finger up?
Wow, this is really kind of nice, actually. Who'd have guessed old fruit could taste so good? Oh, Captain, I'm pining for June like something fierce. What am I doing?
Нравится пить с друзьями.
Yeah. I guess we are that, huh? Friends. Friends give each other counsel, right? What do you think I should do about Junlei? Because I feel about as aimless as an automech with a busted nav chip.
You want to know what I think? I think you should write what you want to say down on your hand. Always worked for me.
Well, she talked about another girl, right? Isabel. Mentioned her by name and everything, like she wanted me to know. Maybe I've been making a right fool of myself this whole time. Maybe she's not interested after all.
Никто не посылает человеку плохие стихи, если не симпатичен.
I don't know, I'd call it, sensual. That's a lot.
Ах. В стихах говорилось, что твое касание успокаивает. Это уже романтика сериальной мощности.
It did. Oh dear, I hadn't really... Oh my goodness. And I told you?
So, Parvati, you gonna read this poem for us, or do we have to turn down the lights first?
Ты нам написала сообщение, ты
It
не
was real
сказала.
long and rambly. She was telling me a story about her dad, how a lady named Isabel did all sorts of things to try to win his favor. This Isabel lady never quite managed to get her dad's approval, but they carried on anyways. Made something good out of a bad situation. Then it all went down the tubes. Do you think Junlei still has feelings for her?
В чем на самом деле?
I just got a lot of feelings, Captain, and they're all climbing up my throat. I need another drink. Right now. Before I lose my nerve.
Ладно, того же.
Something stronger, I'm thinking. I'm still all tense and weird inside.
Тогда виски.
All right, whiskey. Woo! That smells like an unlawful union between paint thinner and propellant. Here we go. Oh, oh, I'm gonna be sick. That's a crime, is what that is. Oh, Captain, I want to talk to Junlei all the time. Even about silly things, but I'm so scared.
Из-за чего?
Everything? I got a solar system's worth of terrifying questions swirling around my head. Does she think I'm as pretty as I think she's handsome? What if she doesn't like me? What if she does? What if she's still got feelings for that lady, Isabel? What if we get together and she gets bored of me?
Простой способ получить ответ на все эти вопросы.
There's nothing easy about spilling your guts to the person who's got your heart in their hands. You know I'm not interested in physical affection. Well, it's tripped folks up in the past. Folks I thought cared about me for me. What if she's not okay with that? What if she is, but then later, she's not?
Нельзя управлять тем, как на тебя реагируют люди, даже те, которые тебе дороги.
What do you mean, Captain?
Видишь, чем ты можешь управлять, это ты сама.
So if I'm doing my very best to be kind and open-hearted, I shouldn't worry how she thinks of me? Gosh, I don't know that I got that in me. Sometimes I feel real mean inside, Captain. I think ungenerous thoughts.
Да, конечно.
I suppose so, but I want to be my best self for her. A good person, worth caring for. Well, Captain, this has been a whole lot. I got just... Wow. So much to think about.
Значит, ты пригласишь ее?
Oh gosh, I don't know, Captain. Do you think I should?
Жди моего одобрения, верь в себя.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Right when we get back to the ship. I mean, probably. Eventually. Thanks for hearing me out and giving me counsel. And, well, for being a friend. It means a whole lot. You're good people, Captain.
You know something, Parvati? You ought to come drinking with the crew more often.
Huh. All right. Thank you, guys. You're real good friends, you know that? I wish there was a place we could all live quiet together. Come on, let's go.
Еще поговорю. Без замка.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knock. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Посла финансов можно купить новый ключ.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key, and they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Ой, 10 тысяч. Тереть. Какой вариант?
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
Хочу услышать
Do you know
подробности.
Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
Розу
Can't say I
забросили.
know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
An abandoned outpost? You think it's haunted?
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around.
Окей.
You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
Угу.
I've got a lovely
Продаешь.
little throw pillow. Just something I toss together. Like to keep my...
Приказ за пистолет. Нормально. Сколько у меня? Как раз 4. Ножницы. О, 7 штучек. 11 рублей. И... Опа. Здравствуйте. Мне нужны ваши штуки. А что это? Окей. Ночь в начинаниях. Первопроходцы. Так, транслятор. Не. Было это улетать. Лучший контакт с Джесси. Пошли попробуем еще разок поговорить. Я не знаю. И... Пак с кислотой из Роузвей. Тоже улетает, что ли? Короче, пошли тогда. Страх высоты-то. А, рядом
You
с
been
этим.
flying the outer system's route lately?
Пошли.
Deader than a space caterpillar out there.
Rizzo's purple berry crunch, Bell flakes, and purple berry flavored power nuggets. Now with 12% more crunch.
Сохраним сейчас.
Have either of the assault cruisers ever put into ground?
Пользоваться этой херней, я так и не понял. Физически. Коллеги. Первый проходит. Арх. Ага, он сам включается. Мне надо вон тут.
Looking sharp.
Так. Нахуй обруч. Ага.
What?
Deft hands, Cap.
Ничего. Вот туда плюс. Наверно.
There it is. Just yank the drive and I'll do the rest.
Ой, диск.
Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up.
Пошли. Ла-ла-ла-ла-ла-ла.
Nicely done.
Yeah. И мы узнали, как это работает.
Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. Aftertaste the rainbow.
Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be brought on board? Who keeps ordering these?
Так, блядь. Сказать мне.
Hey, Captain. I hope I wasn't too much bother at the bar. I did have fun. Though, that whiskey did give my head aching something fierce. Feels like a primal's chewing on my... I messaged Junlei when we got back and she replied super quick. Okay. I was awake half the night, thinking about what I sent, anxious to see what you said. I reread my message in the morning, and it was unclear. I was drinking when I sent it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the courage. Also, sorry for the typos.
Разрушение интриги с Пашом. Будем сегодня пить сегодня
With
вечером.
the headache I got after that whiskey? 1,000,000 times no. I've ruined things in the past because I didn't say things I should have, like, I've met someone who's become special to me. I want to be honest with her, so if she feels the same about me, there won't be any surprises.
Значит, ты нравишься ей. Она неуклюже это сказала.
Isn't she sweet? Like one of those 2-bit romances where one soul's all stiff and formal and I should be glad to perhaps take hold of your hand, miss. I ought to go write her back. I mean, I already did. Twice. But anyhow, Thanks for taking me out, Captain.
Я в целом не против. Ты мне не расскажешь, что? Это
Good to see you, boss.
коровы.
Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities? Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I really didn't have much faith in actually finding him. Was a bit of a long shot, wasn't it? I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things.
Кто-нибудь скажет, почему здесь ёбаные коровы? Слышь?
Sometimes I can hear Vickers saying prayers to himself. Sometimes I hear him cussing about.
Ёб твою.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I... The unit is
Автоматрон.
cleaning, Sam. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing. If you check the terminal...
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Captain.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The unemployed. For law's sake, if anyone's receiving this... What? No!
Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. I have lots of
Все
minutes.
мои
Many
волки
minutes.
делают.
Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power... I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber. Perhaps for an indefinite... When I
Все
simulate
мои
myself
волки
in such a
делают.
scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. I think my
Яничка, фоллоу,
self-preservation
спасибо.
protocols incline me to desire the alternative. Traveling the system with you, Captain. Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time. If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my... How? Mm-hmm.
Я что-то пропустил или что? Пожрать справа, не? Окей.
All right, hushing up.
Карточка медработника, не?
Looking sharp.
Карантин. Минимум наполовину надо двигаться обратно, если не надо другого.
There's a reason they got this place under quarantine, right?
Ладно.
To the last ratted on rotten time. You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires... What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little... I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Should've known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little... Alright, okay. We can discuss this. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. Udon Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. What? No, I didn't do anything. Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the Blood Tier Diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced. If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back. Thanks for helping me with... Or I guess I should say...
Можно где-то здесь, ну да ладно.
This is Halcyon News.
How do you
Здорово.
do? Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory That's not unreasonable.
Boss, you can't be serious. The board's got no right to just enslave another human being.
That's where you're wrong, young man. Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate? I quite concur. It's refreshing to deal with someone practical for a change. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first Now, is there anything else you...
Это вообще хуй знает, так что вообще
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than being even. Except being right. That's nice too. The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that... Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrap. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off. If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent. But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version. She helped me win a bet. We were on a smuggling run planetside when our point man bet me I couldn't outrun a mantisaur. What can I say? Something about people telling me I can't do a thing that just makes me... And, as you can probably guess, the thing was faster than it looked. Probably would have caught me if Jesse hadn't... Yeah, but the important thing is I won the bet. It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just... You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin with a view.
We got us a real sawbones. Welcome aboard, Ellie.
Got word from Udom, from the hitman who trailed me the other night. Seems I ain't too elated about going exclusive, but it's better than winding up dead. You sure saved my skin.
Проваленных нет. Так, уборочная машина на Роузвей, пустышка, анархия, на Сицилии, убить капитана, инсталлятора. Давайте. Хера народу. Так, вот завершение. Заработать денег. Двое.
Sure thing.
Да. Нормально. Так, я хочу. Есть вот этот. А так. Нести. Допустим, торговца. Становится предписствие. 25% пойдет. Нравится тяжелое оружие, чувак. 169. Нет. Так, давайте-ка пошаримся тут. Вода какая. Я больше не интересует. То есть это забрать нельзя. Отлично. А надо. Процветание. Исполнитель процветания. Ладно. А все. Пить хочу. Это. Они там не лапнулись еще. Это что? Берем. Либо он ваш кончился. Полагаем. Кому это нам, да? Пачка. Продать его сжигалку надо. Этим чупачком. О, здорово.
How goes the hunt? Nothing excessive, mind you. A shame. But I won't hold it against you. The lighter's enough to file for the insurance payment. Long as his fees are cleared, I'll call it justice served. Here's the bounty payout. Nice work down there. With any luck, we can hire more sharp-eyed bounty hunters like you in the future.
Опыта. И... Заявление о происшествии.
Assuming the nature of the incident is both sufficient cause for infraction and under our jurisdiction. Now then. Bit of a contradictory one, ain't you? You need me, you know where my office...
Друг Феликс ударил бейсбол. Короче, полетели. Теперь рядом с обрывами мне страшно. Понимаете? Ну, начнем. Думаю, что чем закончим. О, гранатомет. Или... Так со всеми можно. Медицина, меньше вот этого, да, принять. 140. 5. Фу, эти гранатомет, слушай.
Good, you're back. Not that I missed you. I assure you, I am not capable of such emotional capacity.
А полетим. Ё- Пойдем? Сейчас.
Hey, Captain. I gotta... I was thinking about what you said afore, after we went to the Lost Hope on the Groundbreaker. I reckon you're right. I think I'm ready to stop fretting and fussing and ask Junlei to go steady, straight out. And I'm thinking of doing it here, on the ship. I was kind of hoping you'd offer. The thing is, I can't ask her over like this. I mean, look at me. Smell like sweat most days and, well, don't look too close to my fingernails. I was thinking, hoping. I mean, only if you're not busy. Or when you're heading through Groundbreaker for something else. Anyhow, next time we dock in Groundbreaker...
Good to see you, boss.
Угу. Угу. Понял.
This Roseway business smells. Something tells me things didn't end well for the guy who made the distress call. And whoever or whatever got him will be waiting for us. What's there to know, Captain? Shady corporate town caught up in shady corporate shit. I'm Cap. Anyway, we might as well take a look out there. See... Something on... I'm a surgeon by... Not much else to know, Captain. I like long walks on the promenade and the smell of Spacer's Corona. I make a mean zero-G cocktail. It's a mix of whatever you've got on hand. Usually zero-G brew with some Spectrum vodka if you're lucky. I'll make you one sometime. If you don't enjoy it, I'll make a few more until you do. Sure. There's a lot of business that goes through the Groundbreaker. Some of it's boring. I've done all types of work with all kinds of crews. If there's one thing you ought to know about me, it's... Glad to hear it. It's worked for me this... Well, my blood type is AB positive. I'm a Leo, and I despise Space Hospital. Never mind what it... That about... Aw, come on. Look, the thing I've learned about living in close quarters is that you've got to give people room to breathe. I'm all for making a few bits together and having fun. No